is 1991. Imagine Manila at night. Rain streams down, turning the asphalt into a mirror that reflects the fractured glow of neon signs. The city breathes, a living thing full of secrets, its heartbeat a distant thrum of traffic and muffled music. In the labyrinthine streets of Tondo, a different story is unfolding, one that will soon grip the nation in a cold embrace of fear. This isn't just a story about a crime, it's about a time when a city's innocence was shattered, and a shadow fell that has never truly lifted. It began, as these things often do, in the forgotten corners of the city, a dark, rain-soaked alley, where the only light comes from a flickering bulb overhead. A stray dog noses at a pile of discarded black garbage bags, tearing one open. What's discovered inside is the stuff of nightmares, grainy, monochrome images flash through our minds. Like scenes from a forbidden film, the discovery isn't just horrific. It is the first piece of a puzzle so disturbing that it would redefine the meaning of evil in the Philippines. In the early 90s, forensic science in the Philippines was still in its infancy. Imagine investigators arriving at the scene. No high-tech DNA labs, no luminol to reveal hidden traces. No vast digital databases. They worked in the shadows, armed with little more than magnifying glasses, intuition, a relentless determination. They were fighting a monster with their bare hands. The lack of technology meant the killer was a ghost, leaving behind clues that were almost impossible to decipher, slipping through their fingers like smoke. Every piece of evidence was precious, but the tools to analyze it were tragically limited, making their task feel almost insurmountable. Soon, the single, horrifying discovery in Tondo was no longer an isolated incident. Pattern began to emerge, a gruesome connect-the-dots across the map of Metro Manila. Newspaper headlines screamed in bold print, each one announcing another victim, another life extinguished in the same brutal fashion. From the bustling streets of Quezon City to the quiet suburbs of Parawak, the killer was on the move. A chilling montage of locations marked with red pins on a worn-out map shows the widening scope of the terror. It was no longer a murder, it was a hunt. A serial killer was stalking the streets of the capital, and no one knew where they would strike next. The effect on the city was profound. Fear became a tangible thing. A fog that seeped into every home. The once vibrant nightlife of Manila began to dim. People who used to walk the streets with a sense of freedom now hurried home before dark, locking their doors and checking them twice. The collective consciousness of the city shifted. Crime was no longer something that happened to other people in other places. It was here, and it was personal. The city's landscape changed, not just in its physical structure, but in the hearts and minds of its citizens. The name Manila became synonymous with a new kind of danger, a feeling of unease that lingered long after the headlines faded. Decades have passed since that year of terror, yet the case remains shrouded in mystery. In a dimly lit room, a dusty file folder sits on a desk, its pages yellowed with age. The label is faded but still legible. It represents more than just an unsolved crime. It's a ghost from the past, a question that hangs eternally in the air. Who was the killer? Why did they stop? Are they still out there? The file is closed, but the story is not over. It lingers. A chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk just beneath the surface of a bustling metropolis, waiting in the rain-slicked shadows. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, please consider subscribing for more deep dives into forgotten histories.